Okay, so we're back to Excel Module 3. This is part 2. We have finished most of our spreadsheet. We just need to add some charts and do some what-if analysis. So to begin with, we are going to make our chart. So let's select A3 through G3. And then we need to add some more things to this selection. So at this point, hold down your control key and then A9 through G13. Let go of the control key and now let's go to our Insert tab and look at your recommended charts. And we want the first clustered column chart. And click OK. Excel is going to draw the chart right on top of our spreadsheet, but we need to move it. So as long as the chart is selected, remember you have your tab specifically for that chart. On the Design tab, there's a Move Chart button. You should be familiar with this because we've used this for both other chapters we've done. So we want to make a new sheet. We want to call it Expense Chart. And click OK. This will move the chart to a completely new sheet where it is the only thing included on that sheet. Let's go ahead and change our chart title to 6-month projected expenses. And let's add some elements to our chart. So select the chart. You can use the plus right here if you like. And we want to add some data labels, but where we want to add those on the outside end of the chart. So then we have numbers on the outside end of the pieces of our chart. We also want to add some filters, so click your chart filter button. And we want to clear the bonus and the commission check boxes. So click on those to get rid of them. And then click the apply button. So next we're going to add an access title to the chart. So in order to do that, if I click my plus for chart elements, I choose access titles. And if I click the little arrow beside that, I can choose to just have primary vertical title. So now if I come over to my placeholder that's holding the place for whatever text I'm going to put in there, I can erase it and type a $sign. And then if I right click on that area, I can format the access title. I want to make sure I have title options chosen, and then I want to choose the size and alignment button. For text direction, I want to rotate it to a horizontal view and close out. There is also another way to add chart elements. So when your chart is selected, remember you get your 2 tabs for your chart. On the Design tab, there is an Add Chart Element tab that you can use to do the exact same thing we just did. Also, on that tab, Chart Tools Design tab, there are chart styles, lots of chart styles. And in this case, I'm going to want to choose Style 3. So I'll go ahead and choose that. If I right-click on a value here, I can choose Format Access. And then notice I have some other options, including the option to change what the number looks like, the number style. So in this case, I want 0 decimal places. I want it to be a number, and I want to use the separator. And then I can go ahead and close the box. And it will reformat that without decimal places. In Excel, you know about these zoom buttons, being able to zoom in and out. You can also zoom in and out with the View tab. So know that that exists. You also have the ability to split windows into panes. So let's do that now. First of all, I'm going to click on E8 because that's where I want my spreadsheet to split. And then on my View tab, there is a split button. If I click on it, it will split my spreadsheet into 4 boxes with their own scroll bars. You can see them moving. This allows me to change a cell in one, to change a value in one cell and see how it affects other cells. To unfreeze those cells, if I hit my split panes button again, it will unfreeze. So let's see how we can use that. If I click in A7 on my View tab, I click my split panes. You'll notice this time it only splits it into 2. And I can find B20 down here and change the values in B20 and a few of the other cells and watch how it changes. So B20, I'm going to enter in 5,000. B25, I'm going to enter in 4%. And you can see that changes my operating income when I do those things, and I can watch it happen. So we are also going to look at some goal seeking. So first of all, I want to draw your attention to the site rental box, which is cell B23. And then I want to draw your attention to cell H16, our operating income. And what we are going to try to do is lower our operating income, or actually raise our operating income by changing the value of our site rental box right here. So let's look at how to do that. To begin with, we're going to select cell H16 and then look at our Data tab and our What If Analysis button. And I want to goal seek. So I want to set cell H16 to a certain value, in this case 145,000. And I want to do that by changing this cell right here, by changing B23. So when I hit my OK button, it will automatically change my target value to 145,000 by changing my site rental percentage. And you can see it lowers it and changes it there. So that's what Goal Seek does. It allows us to change one cell to a certain value by changing another. We've come to the end of Module 3 for Excel. I do highly recommend that even though you have now watched the lecture, that you go ahead and do the same SAM training that goes with this module as well. The more practice you get with this module, the easier you will have it on your test. Remember, I said that this was probably the second hardest module that we'll be doing this year. So the more you practice, the better you'll get.